Imagine standing at the edge of a misty swamp at dawn. The air is thick with the smell of damp earth and ancient water. Somewhere in the stillness, a low, rumbling growl cuts through the silence. Your heart skips a beat. You can't see it yet, but it's watching you, eyes just above the water, motionless, calculating. This is no ordinary predator. This is a living relic of prehistory, a creature that has survived mass extinctions, ice ages, and the rise and fall of empires, the American alligator. To meet the American alligator is to meet a ghost from a world long before ours. Their story begins over 200 million years ago, in the Triassic period, a time when giant reptiles ruled the land, sky, and sea. While many of their ancient relatives, like the monstrous Deinosuchus, have been lost to history, the alligator's ancestors endured. They adapted, shrank in size, refined their hunting skills, and learned the art of patience. What we see today in the swamps of Florida, Louisiana, and beyond is a product of relentless survival, nature's armored time traveler. Picture a primeval riverbank in the age of dinosaurs. Dragonflies the size of dinner plates hum above the water. Ferns grow taller than you. In the shadows, a pair of amber eyes break the surface. The jaws open slowly, lined with 80 teeth, each one designed not for chewing but for gripping and holding. A flash, a splash, and the prey is gone. That's the legacy the American alligator inherited. Built like tanks, yet capable of short bursts of lightning-fast speed, their bodies are living proof that evolution rewards what works. And in their case, it's been working for over 37 million years. But for all their armor and raw power, alligators are far from mindless brutes. They are cunning, observant, and surprisingly intelligent. They communicate with each other through bellows that can make the water dance, a sound that echoes for miles in the swamp. Mothers guard their nests fiercely, carrying their hatchlings gently in their jaws to the safety of the water. Even in this harsh, competitive world, there is room for care, loyalty, and a strange kind of tenderness. For centuries, humans have crossed paths with this formidable reptile. In Native American legends, the alligator is often respected, a keeper of the waterways, a symbol of patience and strength. Early settlers, however, saw more than just a symbol. They saw a resource. Alligator hide became prized for its toughness, its texture, and its status. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, hunting for meat and leather was relentless. Guns and traps nearly drove the American alligator to extinction. By the 1960s, their numbers had plummeted so drastically that they were declared an endangered species. And yet, this is where their story takes a turn. Conservation efforts, strict hunting regulations, and captive breeding programs brought them back from the brink. The American alligator became one of the great success stories of wildlife recovery in the United States, a reminder that when humans choose to act, nature can heal. Today, their population is estimated at over 5 million across the southeastern U.S., a living example of hope. But survival in the modern world is a different kind of battle. Habitat loss is the silent predator they can't outswim. Swamps are drained, wetlands paved over for housing developments, farmlands, and golf courses. Every acre lost is another piece of their ancient hunting grounds gone forever. Then there's the collision between humans and alligators. Literally, as their habitats shrink, they wander into backyards, swimming pools, and golf ponds. Every year, news headlines report encounters that often end badly for the gator. Climate change adds another layer of threat. Rising sea levels and stronger hurricanes flood freshwater habitats with salt water, disrupting breeding cycles and killing vegetation that shelters their prey. In Florida, biologists have even documented temperature shifts affecting hatchling gender ratios. Since alligator sex is determined by nest temperature, warming climates could tip the balance dangerously. And while the American alligator is remarkably hardy, they're not invincible. New diseases, pollution, and illegal hunting still chip away at their stability. Statistics tell part of the story. According to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the southeastern United States has lost over half of its wetlands since the 1700s, with losses accelerating in recent decades. But numbers alone don't capture the quiet tragedy of a vanishing world. Imagine a swamp where no guttural bellow rises to greet the sunrise, where the water lies still because no armored body cuts through it. It is not just the loss of a species, it is the loss of a chapter of Earth's ancient story. And yet the American alligator's existence today is also a reflection of us. They're proof that humans can be both the greatest threat and the greatest ally to wildlife. We have the power to drive a species to the edge, and the power to pull it back. The question is, which will we choose more often? Of course, living alongside alligators isn't without its challenges, or its strange moments of humor. There's the Florida man who found one in his kitchen after leaving the back door open, or the Louisiana golfer who had to share the fairway with a massive gator casually strolling past the 9th hole. Coexistence takes patience, and sometimes a very good sense of humor. But beneath the laughs and viral videos lies a truth. If we want to keep sharing this planet with creatures like the American alligator, we have to give them space, literal space, to live. Support wetland conservation projects, respect wildlife laws, teach kids that wild animals aren't pets or props, but neighbors who've been here far longer than we have. So next time you hear that low rumble in the swamp, remember, it's the voice of survival itself. A voice that has echoed since the age of dinosaurs, calling through time to remind us that resilience is possible, that recovery is worth fighting for. The American alligator has outlasted meteors and ice ages. Whether it survives us depends on the choices we make today. If you've enjoyed this journey into the life of one of nature's most extraordinary survivors, let's keep the story going. Hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more wildlife adventures. Drop a comment below with your own alligator encounters. The scarier, the funnier, the better. And remember, the next time you step into a swamp, you're not alone. And those eyes above the water might just be watching you,